Hello, new wave of British heavy metal.com here again. Today it is the 29th of December 2021. Before we get into it, as usual, if I could ask you to subscribe to the channel, please, that would be excellent and appreciated. Really would help. Okie dokie, now we're going back a bit. Pagan Altar, right? This goes all the way back to original new wave of British heavy metal days in the late 70s, mid 80s. Well, it goes back further than that even. And Pagan Altar, excuse me, what a band. You know, of course they were best known, I would suggest, for their work, which was within those original Nawabam days, you know, late 70s, mid 80s, and that distinctive, heavy, dark, doomy style that they had for that period. But here, on the Story of Pagan Altar, you can see on the cover there, we've got 1976 to 2007. And it's an interesting retrospective which comprises of a number of rehearsals and demos covering those years, 76 to 2007. Many, if not all, I think, have never been heard before. Well, you'd think that, wouldn't you? Because it's rehearsals and demos, right? And it's a fascinating listen. It really is. And the authenticity is added to by the rawness of the recordings, you know, given that they are demos and rehearsals, and the quite interesting liner notes add credence to that. For example, the liner notes for the first two tracks, Narcissus Complex and Going Nowhere, both from 1976, when the band was known as Liquid Gas. Both of these are rehearsals and recorded, as the liner notes say, by putting a very small tape recorder in the middle of our back room and hoping for the best. Now, does it get any more basic than that? I mean, wow. You know, both songs are excellent though. Punchy, straight ahead, catchy rockers, chunky riffs, and you know, a sign as what would come from the band over the years when they did transform into Pagan Altar. And there's more evidence of that on another rehearsal, Hydra. And you know, then they changed their name to Pagan Altar, the classic Pagan Altar, for that glorious, heavy as you like, dark, doomy stuff. And there's a monstrous quartet of songs here: Amadeus, the Black Mass, Witch's Pathway, and the Aftermath. All rehearsals, all raw, all gloriously dark, doomy new wave of British heavy metal. Given this was the early 80s, of course. Crunchingly heavy guitar, mazy frantic shredding over that thundering drum and bass backbeat. Great vocals as well, all very atmospheric, slightly frightening even, such as the power here, you know, and it's added to by that rawness captured as it happened. Somewhere between sort of like Black Sabbath and Budgie, I suppose. Black Mass is a particular standout. That really is, you know, as dark and doomy and heavy as anything else. But Pagan Altar didn't stand still. They'd flirt with another name change, this time to Malak's Cross in the 1990s. And we've got a couple of demos from them here, Moving On and Reincarnation. The change of name brought a slight change of musical style as well. These are more straight ahead rock, and some decidedly progressive stuff going on in there as well, with the keyboards coming more into it. Both quite catchy too, but don't lose any of the power either. Interesting stuff. Then it's revert back to Pagan Altar for 2007 for the closing couple of tracks. The excellent Walking in the Park single, and a reworked version of Narcissus Complex. You know, remembering back to the first track here, and the Liquid Gas version from the early 70s. This version from 2007 is more, well, rocked up, I suppose. Nice fresh feel to it. And then that finishes it. And, you know, Pagan Altar, whilst arguably at the peak in those classic new wave of British heavy metal days, certainly made the mark, still do to this day. And this retrospective adds to the history of the band in a really nice way, with it being around these previously unreleased rehearsals and demos. Great stuff. If you're an old Nawabam survivor like I am, or you just like your dark, doomy stuff, Pagan Altar should hit the spot. I'll put some links underneath in the description to the band's website and their Bandcamp page, where you can pick this up from. So do check it out. You know, another great band from the Nawabum days that really had it all. Thanks for watching, as always. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe before you go. That'd be great. And of course, as always, take care.